Hello? Hello? Huh. Oh, there's Liz. There's Scott. I'm trying to figure out why my camera isn't working. There's Scott. Oh, there's Brandy.
I don't even know if mine's working.
I can see an outline
Oh,
of something. You're on
you
the
know
other.
what?
You didn't.
Lights.
Lights. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second. I'll be right back. My camera was never on, anyways.
Clearly, I like to live in darkness.
Hey, there I am. Holy crap!
How's the convention?
All right,
Oh,
Brandy, you're home.
how was the convention? What I remember was pretty good. A little too much to drink. A little.
Am I?
A little.
A little bit every day. Too much.
Yeah.
Nap time. We were pretty. It was behind quite a bit. The floor didn't open until Saturday morning.
Really?
We went in there and there was nothing, and then Saturday, everybody was there. It was weird.
Well, isn't it like Transworld that doesn't open their floor until Saturday?
Oh no! They open early. Gosh, I think
they
open on Thursday.
Oh, okay. I thought one of them didn't open their floor until Thursday.
X didn't open until Saturday.
Or Friday or Saturday. So maybe it was them that said that it was. I thought I saw it on somebody's website that said that they would open until Saturday.
I don't know about him.
Trying to get. There we go.
Can everybody see me? Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
So the YouTube one that I
playing
posted
with
on the bottom,
little-
that's the one that shows that people can watch, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm just playing with my lower third, so I'm.
Oh yeah.
That's a little too much information.
Nah.
Ah!
Oh, and he's at work too, so that's even better.
And that's even better, yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
I was going to order 2 of those coffins from Voodoo Dog.
Yes.
Is 2 weeks plenty of time? Do you think if I call them up tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can call that like the day before, and they'll have them ready for you.
Go back onto your events or to your chat to your.
Just remember, they're cash only.
Yeah. Yeah, I was warned about that. Thank God, because I would have been there without it. I wouldn't have.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody did tell me that the other day.
Okay.
Trying to see.
Is everybody lagging really bad, or is it just me?
I think it's
Just you.
It probably is just me.
Yeah, every time you talk, you kind of cut out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try rebooting my computer. It's been pretty slow, so I'm gonna try to reboot and come back in.
Okay, we'll be here.
Alrighty, see you in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, change the link, quick.
Everybody move! Everybody move!
Okay.
How many fucking names does Ren
So the
have,
block-
for fuck's sake?
Hello, Brandy. And what the
Randy.
hell are you doing home? I thought you were still in Reno, getting drunk with Randall.
No, I got home about 4 hours ago.
Oh, geez. Well, welcome home, hon.
Well, thanks. I need a vacation.
A vacation from the vacation.
I can't freaking hang out with you anymore.
What did I hit? Oh, that's what I hit.
He doesn't allow me to stop drinking, or doesn't ever allow me to put the bottle down and walk away. I need new friends.
So I paid. You need new
Some
friends.
that won't let me get that drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a wild time this time. You had all the midgets trying to pick you up.
You don't even fucking know, Ram. That was some craziness. Craziness. Next thing I know, I was surrounded by jockeys. Serious freak show. Serious.
Well, the one's live on YouTube, so it's about a minute behind us, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's about normal. There's about a minute delay from the live feed to the what's actually being said. Gives
Oh, we
you a
have
chance
one-
to edit it in case someone says something a little too dirty to go live.
Oh, so I can do like an unlive and then go back after that, and then it'll pause it.
There's something, one of the features, that you can bleep a
right.
person out if he starts talking real dirty and you got kids watching.
Oh,
You can go in there and
you shouldn't-
mute them.
You shouldn't have told me that, because I'm just gonna do it to you the whole show.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Knowing you bum. I'll just have to toss that thing I made for you.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh, Barry,
I
I'll give it to
literally-
Brandy. Brandy'd appreciate it more than you ever would.
Josh it. I am literally sitting in like everything that I've done to make this tent trailer. My garage is a disaster. I haven't shaved. I look like a hobo.
Yeah.
But my tent trailer is almost done. I just got to flip it over and do the rest of the bottoms.
Well, it's a funny thing is, wife called called dinner at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I got done with dinner at 6:30. I was going to go back out in the shop and work on what I was going to work on, and I got to thinking, I'm covered in dust, covered in sawdust, covered in plaster. I don't look any good for being on Honors Hangout. I need a shower. So I've been waiting since about 7:30 to do this. 8 o'clock rolls around. Okay, Troy, where the hell's the link? Because you said you were going to start it at 8.
I was talking to my dad. I was bringing in reinforcements to flip the thing back over and put it back on the tent trailer because it's
However,
a tiny bit heavier than it was.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We
I
appreciate
knew
it.
you were busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were busy with it, so I wasn't going to harass you. But you did say you were going to start a half hour early. That way you could get things filled out. And it's like, okay, where is he? The boy's late.
Yeah.
So at 8:05, Troy, you're late. It's 8:05.
Now we're just gonna figure it out live. We do have one person watching, so we have to watch. See, it says one viewer. I'm learning all this stuff
Yep.
now. There's a viewer. Let me go back and check.
Open it up and find out. You're playing Diablo and Brad tonight, I think.
Oh no.
Or is Scott going to be Brad?
No, I'm not going to be Brad.
Oh yeah, you're going to be J-Wall, the cool one.
Yeah, right.
The cool one. Well, they're not. Let's see. You need to open. Your computer can handle the YouTube as well. So you need to click open the YouTube page.
I can do it too if need be.
Okay. Okay. Well,
It's up to you. It's your call. You're the host. I keep volunteering for shit.
Yeah.
You never take me up on it.
that's because I don't like you.
I know.
Will somebody open up YouTube and then they can look? Either you or Scott or both of you, and then
Get on your knees and beg, boy.
I'm halfway on my knees.
Wow.
So, get on your knees and beg. You'll make Brandy feel good because you'll be real short then.
Oh, bring back the memories.
Sorry, Brandy. I'll get in at West Coast for all this. I know I will.
Yep. Oh. After this, I'm not doing anything. I've got most of the stuff out there cleaned up. I just got to bring in a few tools, and that's it, and I'm done. I am tired. I hurt, and I got something on my forehead that I'm going to try to wipe off via camera.
Hopefully
Okay,
it's
where
not
do I
there.
go? Scare Hollow?
On the Northwest Hunters Association page, there's the YouTube link. Just go there, and then that's the live one. And then I guess you would just pause the video and then just look at the comments below.
Okay.
We only have one viewer.
Do
and I
it
don't
the
know what they
hard
wanna
way.
ask. This was just kind of an impromptu idea to see if there were people that had questions about West Coast Hunters Convention. But maybe there won't, and maybe we'll just sit around and chat and have a good time. And
There you go. Does anybody have any questions since
Liz,
we're all here
Randy?
and that's why we're here?
Yeah.
I got a comment that may lead into a question later, but it's for Scott, not Troy for a change.
No,
All right,
we
Troy.
lost- oh, now they're
Troy,
back. Hey.
mute your speakers.
Okay, I'm muting. Earmuffs.
Your fireplace, Scott, that you're working on, looks
Yes.
good.
Oh,
I'm
Looks
going to get
good.
a
Thank
photo.
you.
I'll be back.
Thank you.
It does
Okay.
look good.
And I know I'm not going to have any ready by West Coast,
Uh-huh.
but, well, nothing painted. I've got those little skulls I use for my fireplace. I just made up a bunch. You want a handful of them, that you can use later, after West Coast to decorate your fireplace?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll bring you down a handful. They're probably going to be unpainted, so you'll have to do the painting and stuff on them. But,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Liz. I don't think I've ever met you. I'm Brandy. I'm in Washington.
I'm Liz, clearly.
Where are you
I
from?
just Auburn, Washington.
Auburn, Washington.
Oh, okay. Closer to my neck of the woods. I'm over in Yakima.
I'm in
Ram
Spokane.
here.
You're where? Oh, you're in Grant.
Me? I'm in Spokane.
You're in Spokane.
Basically
and then Mike is in Graham.
Well, cool. I'm glad everybody's getting all excited for the convention. It's going to be a good one this year. We're raising the bar, that's for sure.
Yes. It's gonna be great. What, Liz? What is something that you are excited about doing or going to see?
We're excited about classes because we only just started really building our own things and getting into the building aspect the last couple years.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean I point at things that I want built and make my husband do it.
Hey!
Awesome.
He sort of handles the outside and I handle the inside.
No, see.
So
Very
that's
cool.
how I work.
I'm supervised.
Nice.
You needed to give me the correct link for YouTube. I'm getting the full screen picture of the show with no comment section.
Well,
I think it was the second one. There was another one he sent, I think. I don't know.
Let's
He
see.
posted
There's
like
3
4 different
links.
ones.
Yeah, I know. There's 3 links on the bottom. One that says the event page, one that says the YouTube page, and the other one says the video embed. So I'm gonna put the
Video.
one in chat
Okay,
here.
that doesn't sound. Video in bed. Whoa.
So
Try this one, Ram. Try that one.
So, for really, well, actually, all 3 of you, because this was Ram's first time at the show too. This year, the classes are laid out a little bit different than we normally do it. You guys probably won't notice it based on the schedule, but what we try to do in previous years is have different tracks. So like one of the classrooms is designated for the haunt actor type classes, and one classroom is all the different makeup type classes, and then we have another one that's more of the tech classes. So that way that one classroom has, back-to-back classes that are all the kind of the tech things. Our education coordinator was on the fritz this year, so we just sort of scrambled just to fill the schedule, and we were lucky just to get everybody fit into the right place. So so this year the classes are kind of mixed around different classrooms, but what you'll probably see like next year and whatnot is, the multinoma room will be all of the makeup type classes, and then that's kind of how we try to do it.
That actually does kind of make sense doing that. Having all the makeup classes in one area, and the other style of classes in another area, because makeup can get real messy. You don't want people in the tech stuff tracking through it all. And
then it's also like for people that are interested in, the actor type classes, they can basically just park themselves in that room all day and just sit and watch back-to-back classes. Their whole crew, and they say, okay, you're going to take all the makeup classes, you're going to take all the tech classes, and then that way those people don't know, they just need to go to that one classroom and they don't have to worry about where they're going.
Yeah.
What's the passport that you're selling?
Okay, that's really cool. That's something we're doing new this year. If you've been down this way, I think Washington's got a few of the McMenamins pubs, but McMenamins is a chain of bars here in the Portland and southern Washington area. And what they do is they take like old historic buildings and they refurbish them and turn them into brew pubs. And they have a passport that you can buy, and then as you go to the different McMenamins locations, you get a stamp, and as you complete each page, you get a prize, and it's just something that they use as a marketing tool to get you to go to all their different locations.
Wow.
And it really seems like a good marketing tool. So we were like, well, why don't we try something like that? And so we came up with this passport that just lists all the different events that we have going on at the show. So each thing you do at the show, if you buy a passport, each thing you do at the show, you get a stamp, and if you complete the entire book, you turn it in and you get a prize. So it is very cool.
Last year, where when you purchased, you spent so much money at each vendor, and then you got tickets. So it's kind of similar, but
it's similar to that. But this way, instead of just being concentrated on the vendor floor, this is participating in everything having to do with the show, and it's kind of a way to kind of encourage people to participate in all the different events that we have going on.
Yeah, that's good idea though.
So like the haunt tour, and one of them you have to find Ed from who runs.
Yeah, good luck with that one. That's going to be the one everybody's going to have trouble with.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just going to call him.
Huh?
I have his phone number. I'll just call him.
There you go.
There's another guy that was in
problem in my room. Can you come here?
You can actually find him normally in the very beginning of the trade show when it opens each morning. There are, especially Friday morning, he's usually sitting right up at the booth at the front of the entrance for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's on. It's so hard to find him after that. So yeah, it's there's that. There's the costume ball. There is I think, is there one for the 13th floor?
The haunt tour, the ball.
Yeah. There's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of them, but in the you may need to take a picture with one of them, yeah, you need to get all of them, all of the stamps as well, as many as you can. The idea is to fill the passport to get your item. So
you don't have Wolfie for Saturday, I bet.
No. Huh?
Do you get a prize if you don't do them all?
It depends. We need you to get as many as you possibly can.
Like if you choose to go drink instead of going on the haunt tour.
Yes. If you miss one or two, I believe they're going to let it slide. I don't know for sure. It'll be up to the person at the registration booth when you turn in your passport. So if you're going to be there all day Sunday, then go to the thing at the end and, say, I got all but one, and see what they say. So I'm sure they will be generous, but the idea is to get as many as you can, as creatively as you can. I'll put it that way.
Start bribing people.
I didn't say anything.
Well, you do what you gotta do.
And by the way, Troy, we now have 2 people watching on YouTube. I have no
Hi.
idea who they are. They are being very, very quiet in chat.
That's fine.
You could also just buy a haunt tour ticket and then not go, and that would support the charity, and then you could get a stamp on your way to the bar.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going because
What just
I'm a
happened?
big.
You don't want to be on the bus with Brandy. That bus will find the nearest ravine, and there it goes.
She looks like she'd be more interested at the Taters bus.
I would go on the bus. I just won't go on the frickin' tour.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not kidding. I got frickin' cornered by a 16-year-old with a chainsaw, and ever since then I'm done. I'm not going back into one of those places.
I'll tell you what, Ed's haunt is real. I mean, they do a different. They change it up every year, and they do those kids do a really good job with that thing.
You said kids. That makes me not trust them.
Well, it's the Oregon School for the Deaf, and the students run the haunt.
Yeah.
I'll just get money. How's
So
that?
they do an amazing job out there.
That's the one we're going to? Awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. And it's all, he has been working on it nonstop for months, and it's all brand new. So the haunt tour is definitely a must-see if you can. I think we're close. I know we're over 100 people that are already signed up and ready to go. So.
And you get a cool souvenir lunchbox.
Oh yes, this lunchbox is very cool.
So all these classrooms, are the classrooms themselves actually in the hotel?
Yes. Yeah. There should be. I think there's a map. I think there is a map, but
let's see. I'm presenting the things.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, they're on the second floor of the hotel, and we'll have signs telling you where to go. They're all located right next to each other, so we'll just basically, herd you over to that area, and then you'll see the where all the classrooms are.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that there is an actual picture of where there's a picture of the trade show floor.
No, he doesn't have.
I don't believe there's a picture.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what it is it's a two-part building, and the main hotel is on one side, and the convention thing is near the parking garage. Yeah, so it's actually a converted.
Last year, I get it. So I didn't know where any of the classes were. There's a couple of make and take kind of things, a couple of painting.
All the make and takes will be on the show floor. We have 2 classroom areas on the show floor for all the make and takes.
So you have show floor A and show floor B.
How about our war zone? What's that all about? I heard that we're in trouble if we're shooting darts inappropriately.
The idea is that if you are not to be shooting off there will be, I believe right now, I think it's 10:30 and 4:30 is when the war zones, it's not set in stone yet, but two different times during the day there'll be a countdown to it. There'll be lights that'll go off and everything. There'll be a countdown clock, and that means either get out of the area or get armed, because everybody is ready to go for this. So at the time that the alarm goes off, that orange foam dart area will turn into the yellow will turn into a war zone. All of the vendors have been warned. Some of them have even requested to be in that row. Tater is one of them. Tater is in number 10. So if you want to make sure you aim for number 10, that would be fantastic. That's where all of my darts will be concentrated. And I think it will last 10 minutes. It's either 10 or 15.
I think it's like a 10-minute.
Yeah. So it's a 10-minute war zone. Any darts that are left over become the property of the West Coast Haunters Convention, and they will resell them back to you. And so please pick up your darts unless you want to buy them again, which we would love for you to do. And then any darts that are flung after or before the war zone times will be asked that you donate $1 to the West Coast Haunters Convention charity for each bullet fired.
So just grab somebody from the convention like me and walk over to Tater's booth and just say, "Here's $10," and just start unloading.
10 shots.
Exactly.
The thing is, the key word is that they're going to ask you to donate. They cannot force you to donate, though.
No. The idea is that
but the money goes for a good cause, so you should donate.
Yes.
It goes for a very good cause.
Last year we had several incidences, many of them done by myself, that were darts flung across vendors that were speaking with other people trying to sell, and it caused some issues. I was actually paid to sniper what is Jesse Laggers. I was told to sniper him with Scott Shear's gun, mind you, his mega gun. I snipered him from across the room, paid for by an undisclosed vendor, and I shot him while he was in mid-conversation. It was hilarious, and the customer didn't mind it either. But there were other people who were unloading weapons while these vendors were speaking and trying to sell. So several vendors made comments that they did not appreciate that, but they understood how fun it was, and they didn't want to make a big deal, but they did want to make sure that it would not happen again because they didn't want to lose sales. So we addressed that by making a specific time and area. There were vendors who said, I don't want to be anywhere near that, and they are down in the other numbers. So we wanted to make sure everybody was okay with it. Several of the people in that war zone have been participating for years with the darts. So while we were at the convention, we can call it whatever we want, but any printed materials and any media stuff say it is the foam dart wars. It is not the NARF gun.
Hasbro gave us a cease and desist order from using their name in any way, shape, or form.
It's because we asked. Had we not asked, I bet you they wouldn't have said a thing.
Yeah.
They would have never known, but we wanted to do the right thing and ask, and they immediately said no.
Yeah. Not only we asked them for a sponsorship, and they said not only no, but we don't even want you to use our name. It's like, wow, that's.
I guess they don't want to make a quick buck because Tater is not bringing any weapons. He doesn't have. He can't bring them because he doesn't have enough room in his suitcase. So he's going to go to Lloyd Center and buy a couple of guns or buy them from which we suggested we need.
Which is what he did last year.
I know. So I don't know where those guns went. He probably gave them to somebody, but. So
he can't carry them on the plane. They won't let him through.
Yeah,
probably not.
Even though they're toys, they won't go through.
So he will be buying some there, and so why not set up a booth for Nerf and have them sell weapons and ammo? I mean, if they just brought buckets of ammo and sold them for $10 each or something like that, they would sell out within 10 minutes. I mean, they could go home after like the first hour of the show. So I don't know why they don't want to make money, but they want to make money on their terms, and that's fine. So we will abide by their request and not say anything about Nerf.
Now I have a question for Scott.
Oh God!
Looking at the show floor map, you spoke about having classes in rooms off the trade show floor. What are the two stages going to be for Class A, Class B? What's going to be held on those?
Those are the make and take room, make and takes, and like demos. So like we've got a couple of the makeup artists that are just doing demos, and I think the hot wire foam demo, I think she is also doing it there.
Yes, she's doing Classroom B.
Yeah, so there's some demos and some and the make and takes are all in those two designated areas.
Okay.
Yeah. So like during from 11 to 3 p.m. on Saturday in Classroom A, Steve-O will be there doing his I know why you didn't sleep last summer class. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. But so during that time, if you're in that class, these other classes will still be going on while you're in that class. So that's why we recommend bringing more than one person with you, because if you wanted to take that class, but you also want to take timing as an actor, you can't because you're in the Classroom A for 3 hours. So you really have to look at this on our website. There is under the about, and then under class schedule, there is an at-a-glance PDF that you can print out and you can bring with you. I believe there will be some at the show, and we'll talk about, we have an app as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you can bring this and then kind of circle and figure out where you want to go before you come. Do it, a lot of the classes start at 9 a.m. And then on Sunday, the first classes don't start till 11 a.m.
Okay.
which is
Well, that
a little
makes
weird
sense.
because my class says that it starts at 10 a.m., but yet it says 11 a.m. over here. So my class, the Tombstone LEDs, will be at 10 a.m., not 11.
And I highly advise getting that. Order your tickets now. He's running low on supplies.
See, that's the thing, is that the classroom A and Bs start at 10 a.m. The classrooms in the actual in the hotel ballrooms don't start till 11. So you actually have a chance to do both of those from 10 to noon. You could do a make and take class and also do some classes in the classroom as well. So take a look at what is on the at a glance, and that will definitely give you a start on what to go to.
And we'll give you guys get a special heads up. We are working on a app for the show, and there will be a limited number of those available, like first come first serve. So when we get that posted, if you guys get on there and download the app, it's a really cool way to keep your schedule.
Yep.
It's got a really cool feature that lets you go in. It'll have all the class schedules on there, and you can, if you pick which classes you want to take, you can set up sort of like a calendar for yourself, and it will send you reminders when your class is coming up, so to let you know that, hey, it's time to head over to whatever classroom to take your class. So that's really cool. But there's going to be a limited number of those, so it'll be first come first serve.
Why only a limited number?
Because this year, right now, we are using a free version of the app. And it gives us only a limited number of downloads. If we get a sponsor to sponsor the full paid version of the app, then we will increase that number.
Oh, okay, that
So,
makes sense.
But it is really cool.
Any other special events going on throughout the weekend?
So Thursday, if you guys are coming Thursday, we have the Meet and Creep, which is also a new thing we're doing this year. It's just a free event, informal, sort of show up and kind of meet everybody before the show. All of our VIPs are going to be there. Our special guests will be there, and it's just a hangout, not really talking necessarily about haunting, not talking about just hang out, relax, get ready for the show to start, kind of a thing. One of the big reasons we wanted to do this is for the vendors, because like in the past we've done like pre-show tours, or last year we did the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was cool for the people that showed up early, but all the vendors that were there setting up their booths were like, I can't go because I've got to finish setup. So this is something that's just in the hotel. It's going to be going on for a couple hours. There's not really a, hey, you have to be there by this time or whatever. So they can come in, they can take a break from setup, come up, have a couple of drinks, meet the VIPs that they wouldn't normally get to see the rest of the weekend. If you guys have passports, that's a great opportunity for you to get stamps from those guys, because I think that is one of the pages is getting stamps from all the special guests. So you'll be able to knock all of those out. So yeah, that's a cool thing just to kind of get the weekend started. What am I doing?
Yep.
And let's see, what else do we got going on? We've got the haunt tour. We've got the costume ball, which I don't know. We haven't really talked about it in any of the marketing stuff, but we do have a silent auction that goes on at the costume ball. It goes on outside, and so we'll have a lot of donated items there for you to bid on. Some really cool stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
So
Okay, now these are all trade show sponsored events, right?
yes.
What about non-trade show sponsored events
Oh,
happening
look at
on
him!
the
Look
Cruise
at him
Board?
just slide that in there. Look at that.
Are you talking
will
about the
Meat Ram.
The meat ram.
The
That is
haunted tents.
That's a trade show sponsored event.
No, that's a Northwest Hunters Association sponsored event.
All right,
Right, it
fair
is.
enough.
West Coast was sleeping on their feet. They could have had me for a cheap, inexpensive rate. But they
For free.
snooze, they lose, and Troy got the free cookies.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll have Ram signing his copies of the Fright Props catalog, which I see you have a shameless plug going on your shirt there.
Oh, yeah. Right, Props 13. And I just contacted Drew at Fry Props on Saturday to confirm they were going to be sending me a case of the 2015 catalogs.
Nice.
And I'll have those available on Saturday if they come in for those that want a new catalog, and I'd be happy to sign them if they want. And we will be bringing goodies. My wife is bringing down, what was it? Snickerdoodles, peanut butter, chocolate chip cookies, and cinnamon twists to go on the table that the convention is providing for those who want to sit around and hang out and talk. And that will be Saturday, May 16th from noon until 4:30. And then at 5 o'clock, my wife and I are going to be moving over to Denny's, and anyone who's hungry by that time can meet us over there and have dinner with us. You have to pay for your own dinner, though. I'm not flipping that bill. But we're going to have a dinner with Ram and wife afterward. Yep. So for anyone,
that will still give you enough time to get ready for. Well, it may give you enough time to do that and go to the costume ball still. If you're not too intense, you don't have giant snakes coming out of your head, then yes, you will have enough time to do that.
Yeah, we're planning on having the dinner done by 6, and I think the costume ball starts at 8.
No, yeah. I think it's later than that, isn't it?
8.
8. Yeah. I'll give you 2 hours to get into costume.
No, 9 p.m. Yeah. I think the costume contest starts at 8. The actual dancing and DJs and the drinks and the food and stuff comes out, because that's what it says on the website. It says 9 p.m. is when the actual costume ball and body art competition starts. So they'll be judging as you walk in, correct, Scott?
Yes, they're going to have a separate area outside the ballroom as you walk in. Also, keep in mind we're going to try to have an area, because there's this the costume ball for the first time since we've been doing this is going to be sort of open to the public. Not that it wasn't before, but we never really advertised outside of the convention. Right. So we're going to have a ton of people this year, more than normal. But we're going to be making sure, since this is a West Coast Haunters event, that you guys are going to have. We'll have you'll have your wristband, so you'll be able to get in, and if you're in the costume contest, like I said, we'll have a separate area there for you guys to line up and get judged, and we'll have the judges, get right up to you and ask you questions and do all that good stuff.
Yeah, so here it shows that it says 8:30 is photo ops and judging begins located in the foyer. 9 p.m. the ballroom opens. 10 p.m. the costume judging ends. 10:15 is a full body art show. 10:45 is the winner of the full body art, and 11:15 is the costume contest. And of course, in between this, there'll be music and drinks and food, and the prizes. And then 11:15 to 2 a.m. party harder than a rock star. It says. So if you're not tired from 8:30 to 11:15, then you need to really start. You can relax during that time, get all ready to go, and then start getting crazy dancing and having a good time.
And if you guys, speaking of partying harder than a rock star, on Thursday night and Friday night, we also have there is a bar on the 13th floor that is for our group, and so you can go up to the 13th floor lounge up there, and it's really just one of the rooms that we took all the furniture out of and turned it into a bar. So, but yeah. So if you need to pass out, the bed will be in the shower. So you can just kind of takes care of two things at the same time.
Yeah. And a side note about the hotel: the DoubleTree is sold out. There is no room at the inn. I believe there are still rooms at the Marriott. I think is that where the other one is? I think it's the Marriott.
Yeah.
And I believe Ed posted yesterday, I think, that there was one more a room on the 13th floor did open up. I don't know if it's been filled yet. So if you do want to move to the 13th floor, contact Ed and find out if it's been reserved or not yet.
If you want to get any sleep, I would recommend not doing the 13th
Yes,
floor. I think that's going to be the rowdy floor.
Oh yeah.
It is rowdy. I was up there last year, and it was definitely noisy. But we do have signs because there are actors as well on the 13th floor, and they will visit your room as long as you put the sign that we will provide you out on your door. If that means that will mean that you do want to be visited at night. So just sleep with one eye open if you leave that door hanger out there, because they will be coming in, and it is completely random, and it is extremely fun. I think they do it. Do they do it Friday and Saturday night, or is it just Friday or Thursday night?
I don't know. They may do it Saturday night. I don't know. Saturday night, everybody's pretty much partying at the ball, so it's hard to say what.
So probably at least Friday night for sure.
I can just see what my wife would say, having an actor come into the room middle of the night. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I think that would go over well with the actor if they came in.
But just think of what you could get away with, and just say, no, that's just one of the haunt actors. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Just go with it.
Right. And then on Sunday night, after we have all the trade show opens again, and we have a great time, and then Sunday night is also the Nightmare after West Coast Haunters Convention, and it will start at the pre-show is from 7 to 8 p.m. There are previews and funny videos and stuff like that, hanging out, getting situated with your blankets and PJs and all that, and then from 8 to midnight. Necrotic Creations is sponsoring the event, and they will be doing the Spike and Mike Twisted Movie Festival, and after that will be another movie that we are going to surprise everybody with. So we are not divulging that information until the lights go down and the movie starts. There will be a no-host bar and light snacks as well.
I don't know if you guys if none of you have ever heard of Spike and Mike's Sick and Twisted Festival of Animation. I think Sick and Twisted is probably a mild description of what they do. In fact, we actually had to request that they send us a rated R version of their movies, simply because we're showing it in the hotel and we can't control who might walk in. They're pretty Sick and Twisted is definitely what you're going to be in for.
Yes, it is, but it is very awesome. It is a very good show. If you're down for the weird and twisted type of animation that college kids come up with at 2 a.m. in the morning, then that is definitely there's some. I think that's where Happy Tree Friends came out of. There's an animation called Happy Tree Friends, and they basically try to kill each other the entire time, and it's really, really twisted. So, but yes, it is a great fun time. Tater usually has his giraffe somewhere with him. I don't know if he's bringing it this year, but there is miscellaneous animals flying around the room, and it
sounds like the convention show floor with Troy running.
Exactly. It's really no different. It's just we're in pajamas. So we also this year. So those are the events that we're having as the weekend goes on and stuff. We also this year we have of our major VIP speakers. We have Dutch from Contours FX. He does the Sea-Hulk. For the Seattle Seahawks, and he does numerous upon numerous upon numerous painted ladies and men.
Yeah, that lady that I took a picture with that's on the profile page.
Did he do that?
Yes.
Who did that?
That was very cool. I saw that on a lot of people's profiles today.
And I've got a question on Dutch and his body painting at the show.
Mm-hmm.
Is Brandy going to be one of the models being painted?
I want to see that. I want him to paint me on my face for my idea that I want to do for the haunt tours, but I don't know yet. Me and Tater are working on something, and Brandy. So I want him to paint me, but I think I may have to get RJ to do it. But
RJ's good though too. I've heard.
He is.
Oh yeah.
But Dutch's wife is getting a very special waterproof camera from me for her storm chasing. So I'm hoping that maybe she might say, "Hey, Dutch."
Bribery works every time, doesn't
Exactly.
it, Troy?
But I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm not giving her the camera for that reason. I'm giving it to her because she deserves it and needs it. So yes, but we are also so we're having Dutch. He's doing numerous classes throughout the day. Some of them are paid for classes. We're not doing like the keynote speaker thing, are we, Scott?
No, we have no keynote this year.
Okay. So these guys are there are VIPs. There are very special guests, obviously. Dutch has been with us for many years. I think he's been there almost every year. And he's an amazing artist, as we all know. But this is the first year we will be having Steve-O from the Garage of Evil. And he is a home hunter just like us.
Yep.
Not just like me.
Well, yeah.
I've never met Steve. I've heard
haven't
he is
either.
very, very neat.
Yeah.
He has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
I did this weekend. They built a pretty cool wall.
Yeah, that crypt looked pretty neat.
Yeah, they worked on that for a couple of days, probably 3 days, building it right there on the floor. It was pretty.
Yeah, maybe we can get him to do that for us next year and do a big class like that, or like the Davises do at Hon X with that big, all-day foam class.
It was a couple of days they were working on it. Big group.
Yeah.
So
we need the room for it, though.
Did they raffle it all? What did they do with it?
I don't know what they did with that. I have no idea. I left it today. It's still going on today, so.
Oh.
The convention, yeah.
How did the Davises do theirs at Hon X? Did they just give it to one of the participants?
How did they do it? Somebody bought it.
Oh, okay. I think I remember that. I remember Jeff saying that.
Yeah, I don't remember how they determined who bought. I don't know if they just said, "Hey, it's for sale, whoever wants it," or if they raffle. I don't know how they did it.
I can't imagine putting a price tag on that. Let's see. The foam sheets cost me.
Yeah.
I mean, one of a kind item. It's not like you can price it to anything else.
Yeah.
So so we have Dutch and we have Garage of Evil, and we also have RJ and Stig Neutron from Face Off. They will also be doing a lot of makeup classes and foam class. I think RJ is doing a foam class this year, and some makeup, prosthetics, latexes, all kinds of stuff. They do a lot of.
There's a lot of them that are free too, isn't there?
Almost all of them are free. Just about all the classes are free unless they are designated, like the make and takes and.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like pretty much the stuff in the classrooms.
Right, all the classroom stuff is free.
Classroom A and Classroom B looks like those are kind of.
Those are the pay classes, right?
And then everything else is.
And you can see on the if you go to the about and you click on each day on the classroom on the class schedule and you pick which day, it has a like it says for Bondo transfer for Dutch. It's a $66 fee-based class, so it says right on the front page.
I just downloaded that, or I just printed it up right now, so I had it with me. And
yep.
Right. So we've got, RJ's foam fabrication class will be in the classroom A or whatever B, and it's $24. There's my webcam class, but then there's all these classes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 6 pay-for classes and 20 some odd free classes. And there's some really awesome, 60 faces in 60 minutes. Lightorama and DMX. There are people that charge hundreds of dollars to do Lightorama and DMX classes, and that's a hour-long class for free. Law classes. I mean, we all love to know about what we're going to run into every year, law-wise.
City codes, what have you.
And look at this one. This one really intrigues me. I have to say I'm going to probably send my wife over to this because I don't know if I can be there, but. It is Tippy Toes Dance Studio owner and instructor. She will teach you how to use your body in a way you never thought of. It is ballet for hunters.
Kinky. Sorry, my mind just went totally south on that.
I don't know.
We may have to pick a few people from our association and send them over to that class as as participants and then see how they can ballet as a haunter.
What day is that?
That is Friday from 11 a.m. to noon. So
I was going to say if it was Saturday, you could send Wolfie over there to try it out.
see,
Wolfie would do it.
Ballet
Enough.
Let me just say, as far as the fee-based classes go, Corey Hunt's Custom Zombie Teeth is a really good class. He did it a couple years ago. He updated. Did he do it last year? I don't think
he did, and that's why he said he wouldn't do it, and then he figured out a way to do it that was faster.
I didn't realize that was last year. Okay, yeah. But yeah, those are great because you just pop them. I mean, it's like wearing dentures. They just go right in. You can talk with them and drink with them, which is important. So yeah, those are really cool.
And you get to take you get to make the teeth there, and you get to take them home. So for $90, you get to learn how to sculpt and create dental prosthetics.
And you keep the mold of your teeth, so if you want to make more, you can always make more.
Yep. So you're making a mold that then you're going to pour the stuff into to make the teeth to go over your teeth, and then you can continue to make more. So yeah, that's
that was a really cool one.
Yeah. And he did it all. The main reason he's doing it again is because he found a cheaper way to do it, and so he wants to show everybody how to do that cheaper method, which is what haunters always love, is finding a way to do something just as awesome but cheaper. So that will be a great. There's a lot of great classes. There's a lot of and a lot of new ones. I know over the last few years, there's been a lot of the same classes. But like updated, like I've done a couple of classes that I've just updated each year. This year, there are very few that are the same. There are a lot of them, like you have Haunt Acting 101. I think there's different people have done takes on that. But there's a lot of these are new, and or extremely updated.
There's some funny ones. You're ugly and your advertising sucks. What are you going to do about it?
I know. Everybody was trying to come up with some really good names for their classes to kind of get, as
bullying techniques.
Yes.
Guys, we have a question off of YouTube.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
I just refreshed the page, so Creepy Story, I apologize. I'm asking your question 30 minutes late. My apologies. I forgot to hit the refresh button. Creepy Stories, is it worth it to go if you only get a trade show floor access ticket? And this is to what we were talking about 30 minutes ago, and I think we were talking about the passes and stuff.
Yeah, if you're local, I mean, if you live in Portland, I would say, you can come by and just check out the vendors on the show floor. I mean, it's not going to take you more than probably, depending on how much you stop and talk to the vendors, it won't take you more than, an hour to get through the whole thing. So if you're local and you just want to drive in and check it out, that you could do that. But if you're coming from a distance, I would say at least, go ahead and get the full day pass. And, really, I mean, all you're going to, if you're not planning on taking a class, then that's really, you're not going to get anything more than the trade show floor out of that.
Yeah.
But certainly, yeah, if you're local and you just want to come in and check out the trade show floor and see, what's going on in there, you could do that.
Yeah, because you've got, you could do
classes,
just the
so many classes that are free. It's if you're going to take classes, if you're going, take classes.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're awesome.
There's got to be something that if you're a haunter, there's something there to learn.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
giving it to you for free. Take it.
Yeah, I mean, $30 for the day, to do the classes, and the, if you can only come for one day, then paying the $30 gets you into all the classes for that day, and then obviously the trade show floor. But if you're going to be there, if you think, well, man, there's something on Friday and something on Saturday, that I would like to see, then obviously the 3A pass is going to be the best. There are a lot of people that do the trade show floor. You can buy the pass for that day as well once you get there. Let's say you walk to the trade show floor and you do pick up a schedule and look at it, and you're like, oh man, that would be awesome to see. Or as you're walking through, they say, hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna go do a class right now on this. then you could go with them, you know, and so, you know, you can buy the ticket at the door. I'm sure that Scott, would they, if I bought a $10 trade show floor pass and then I went and wanted to go take classes, would that $10 go towards the $35 at the door cost for that day?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that honestly. I can check with our chief financial officer on that. But I would imagine they could do something like that. I mean, if you've already paid, you know, your $10 to say, hey, now I want to, you know, get the full package, you could. Yeah, I'm sure they'll work something out like that.
Here's a question for you. You know, because I'm going to be down May 16th, Saturday, at Booth Space 43 for my event. Do I pay shameless self-promotion here? I'm doing a Walter here. Do I buy the because I know I'm going to have to pay to get in. Do I buy the $10 pass or the $30 pass? What's the difference?
If all you're going to be doing is sitting on the show floor, then just buy the $10 pass, because you're going to just be on the show floor. You're not going to be taking any of the classes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, well, it would save me money if I did the $10. I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll buy two $30 passes, because the money's going to charity.
Yes.
Right.
That would be nice.
You get an extra $40 out of me and my wife that way.
Yeah.
Plus, God forbid that nobody comes to our booth and talks with you, but if they did, or there was a lull where nobody was there and everybody's like, hey, we all want to go to this class. Ram, come with us. You just have to say, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
So say, let's go, everybody.
And it's actually $35 because you're buying it at the door.
Yeah. Yep. Buy them even up to the day before online. I mean, obviously, we'd love you to buy it before the day before, because then we can make your pass. You get a cool pass with your name on it and everything. If you buy it at the door, I think it just says we'll put a sticker on it that says your name.
We print them out at the door.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay, cool. So you still get a cool badge with the lanyard and everything. You know, but you save $5 if you buy it now, beforehand. And then you know, so Ram, I would suggest you buy them online beforehand, even a couple of days before.
Yeah, now you just pick them up when I get to the door, I take it?
They'll be right at the trade show. They'll be right at the registration booth waiting for you in a packet. So.
Okay, I was just wondering about that, or if they were going to be mailed to me, and I'd hate to have it come in late.
If you're going to go to the trade show only, and you're coming to the convention, you park, you're only going to the trade show, only go to the trade show door, and you can pay for the trade show there, right, Scott?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. There's a booth there. Everything will be right there. You just buy your trade show admission.
But if you want to go to all the classes and everything, you have to go across the street to the main registration booth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's across the breezeway. Sorry, not the street. Yeah. So you go into the hotel. They give you all your stuff. That's where you can buy a shirt if you want to, the shot glass, the passport, things like that. And so you could buy your You could buy your daily full pass over there. So
now also for the gentleman that asked the question off of YouTube too, creepy stories. You know, just going on the trade show floor, specifically on Saturday, might be really worthwhile if you're just going to come down for the day. With the event that I'm going to be doing, it's kind of a meet and greet. The convention is providing table and seating down by the booth, so you can just come down there and hang out there all day and meet all sorts of home hunters.
There will be a ton of people. I guarantee you, Saturday the trade show floor will be packed.
Yeah. So you'll get a chance to meet a lot of people, and you'll spend more time visiting with people and stuff than you will actually looking at the vendor booth. You know, if that thing, is what you kind of like, and you're welcome to hang out down with us. And just spend all day just hanging out down there visiting, too. So, you got something, part of the showroom floor that your $10 pass would get you through, if you don't want to do the classes. Yeah. So there is that. So, I'm sorry, I'll shut up about my event now.
No, it's fine. No, the more reason to come. Saturday, Friday, Sunday, each day has its own cool parts. I would say Sunday afternoon is probably not the best time to show up and go, hey, this looks like fun, because it's wind down time, and everybody's kind of they've been there for 2.5 days, 3 days, so they might be more willing to make you a deal Sunday afternoon, maybe vendor,
Yeah.
trying to get, sell their last bits of stuff before they go, so they have to pack it on their airplane. But they're the vendors love to talk to people, and that's, obviously they're there to sell, but they love to just talk. And if they can't sell you something there, but they know that, hey, down the road, I'm going to get some money from my pro haunt, that I work with down the road, and, our budget kicks in August. I want to get your contact information so we can buy stuff then. It's a perfect place to network. It's a great place for socializing as well. We're not going to walk by and say, okay, your time's up with this vendor, move along. You're going to hang with them for as long as they want you there. So it's a great place to meet everybody, and there are plenty of home haunters there. There's a lot of us from the Northwest and from California, and a lot of Canadians come down, and from the Canadian Haunters Association.
Just be careful; those Canucks get a little crazy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Especially
they have their own embassy on the 13th floor.
Yes,
So.
they do.
And just a note on classes. Here's another shameless plug. On Saturday from 1 to 2, I am hosting a Home Haunters Roundtable. We did this 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Which was actually when we did it then. It was our first year at the DoubleTree. That time we did it more as a, hey, we want to know what home haunters want to see at the convention. This one is also kind of an open forum just for home haunters to kind of chat with each other and sort of discuss some of the things that go on at some of these classes, but just more of an open forum for everybody to kind of say, a Q&A session, not necessarily like this where we have, a couple of people answering questions. It's just everybody can ask, everybody can answer. We'll just keep it, very light. I've got a few topics, specifically that I'll bring up and say, I want to hear about this. But in general, it's just going to be an open floor. If somebody has a question to throw out there for somebody, and whoever has the answer can answer it. So I encourage all home haunters to attend that.
Yeah. I might make my way over there and sneak in for a little bit just to catch a couple minutes of it.
That's what I was thinking. Is that you can, instead of you've been there for an hour, you've been hanging out with everybody. A lot of the people that'll be at that booth will want to come to that round table because it's kind of for them as well. Discuss things about our association as well as all things West Coast Haunters, their own home haunts. Things we'd love to do as a region, things like that. So they might you might actually have not a lot of people standing around from 1 to 2 at the booth. So that's why buying the whole day pass would be good for you, because then you can just come with them and hang out. And, have a good time in there too. You can just make your meet and greet a traveling show.
Yeah. We can post a sign up in booth space 43.
That's right. Yeah, bring the cookies.
Yes, bring the cookies. Yeah, right.
Well, then again, if we wait until 1 o'clock to put the cookies and cinnamon twists out, he may not have anyone that's on his round table. They'll be all over booth space 43 eating.
I
think you're gonna have to go along and bring those out in stages, like every hour you bring on the plate.
Yeah, the snickerdoodles have to come to the round table.
That's right.
Bring a special cookie to the round table.
Yeah, we'll place our order. And speaking of food, I'll just mention too. There's on the passports. There's a few bonus items which you don't need to do to get the prize, but they're just kind of things to do around town. And one of them is, say, like, go to Voodoo Donuts. So there'll be a stamp there, and then you can just go and say, hey, I checked out Voodoo Donuts, and it's really cool for like the out of towners to go and see. And
their donuts are better than Krispy Kremes.
Oh, hands down. Is that a picture one, Scott? Do they have to take a pic? Is that a bonus picture one where they take a picture of being there?
I'm gonna double check. I don't know if they'll have a stamp there or if we'll just have show a receipt or something. I can't remember how we're working those out, because there's like 3 of those bonus items.
Do it like a Haunter's Honor.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it doesn't count. It doesn't count towards. It doesn't count towards getting the prize, so it doesn't really. It's not like you have to get it.
Right. It's just fun.
Oh, it's real easy. You don't need. They don't need a stamp. Just buy like a cream-filled or a jam-filled donut. Put a smear of whatever the filling is.
There you go. Yeah, Smush it up, yeah.
Or you'll get even more bonus points if you
I'll be
bring the
showing up
donut
with
back.
coffins full of donuts, so I think I win. I think I got
There
it.
you go. Yeah, you'll. Yeah.
I think I can prove I was there.
Yes. I will give you a stamp of my own if you bring me back a donut.
There you go.
I'm gonna. I don't know how I'm going to eat 6 dozen donuts by myself, so they'll probably.
We're gonna have a coffin there. We're gonna have a coffin there. I think, especially do we have one there every morning or just the Thursday morning?
I think just Thursday morning. I think Voodoo's going to be there, so I don't know how they're going to do it.
Right. Yeah, and our very own member as well, but our very own Mike Allen from Coffinwood Cemetery in Washougal, Washington. He is the one who makes the coffins. He makes them in stages. He makes like 20 of them and delivers them, puts them in the back of a hearse, and delivers them to Voodoo Donuts when they start running low. And so he hand makes every single one of them. So no two are exactly alike, but he makes them pretty darn close to alike. He's got those coffins down very well.
What is his name? Mike Allen?
Mike Allen from Coffinwood.
Yeah, Mike the coffin guy.
Google, and there's nothing to fucking do there.
Huh?
So no wonder he's making tons of coffins.
Oh, well, yes, of course. I just heard that their mayor sat out on an intersection for 3 days to watch the traffic because somebody said there was slow traffic at an intersection in Washougal. I was like, really? That sounds like a job for me.
I went on a girls' weekend, and she chose Washougal for some reason.
As a short girls' weekend.
Now, Scott, kind of off topic a little bit, but I do have a question for you. I made a special item for Troy that I will be hand delivering to him at the show. Do we want to make him wait until like mid-afternoon? Do we want to arrange some sort of
we'll do it
special person to get to present it to him? Do we want to do it on stage, or we have to open it, or something?
Here's what you need to do. You need to do it right when the foam dart war is about to start.
No.
So that his back is turned.
Oh no.
He's not holding his gun. That's the thing. I am getting ready. I am scoping out places on the vendor show floor for me to stage guns. I'm going to talk to some vendors. I'm going to give me some duct tape. Watch out.
You got lucky.
I am prepared. No, you have to do it after 2 o'clock, though. Or before 1, because I don't want to do it while you're at the round table. But other than that.
Well, you got lucky. My wife talked me out of it. I had to go down and buy a collar and stuff for Wolfie so she can keep Wolfie under control when he makes his appearance. And it's right next to Toys R Us. She wouldn't let me go into Toys R Us. She talked me out of it. I was going to buy me some Nerf guns. You got lucky. I was thinking I could soak the darts in water and then put them in the freezer and freeze them. And I was thinking they'd be perfect for Troy, right down the shirt or something,
Don't get on team anybody else but Team Troy, because it's not a good team to be on if you're not on my team.
I'll be watching from the sidelines.
That's fine.
I'm plotting your demise all weekend, so.
I'm already taking out a loan because I will not be able to refrain from shooting people. So I'm just going to take out a loan and just, here you go, sign it over.
I just figured instead of using a Nerf ball, I'll get a rubber band and make some spit wads. I can just sit there and shoot spit wads at people.
No, that is a $5 donation to the West Coast Honors Convention.
Big name for Troy's ear. But anyway, sorry, I got off topic here.
No. So yeah, so we've talked about the passports, we've talked about the tickets, costume ball.
What kind of costumes are at the costume ball?
Huh?
What kind of costumes are at the costume ball?
Well, let me, while you talk, I will look up.
There is a little bit of everything. I don't think there's really nothing that's taboo. You'll see a little bit of everything. That's for sure.
The Unabomber made an appearance last year. Medusa made an appearance last year.
Yes.
Awesome. That was I think she won, didn't she?
Yes. Yeah. Second year in a row she won.
There were 2 minions running around. Those ladies were awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything. I mean, it's not like a Comic-Con where you get just like a certain type of, comic book heroes or whatever. You get, some people do the scary thing, some people do the funny thing. Now that, like I said again, since this year we're kind of opening up to the public, who knows what kind of things we're going to see.
Maybe we should say that this is something that children can go to. So
No.
maybe keep that in mind.
No, it's not.
It's
No?
not.
Not anymore.
No.
It is 21 and over.
It was kids there last year.
Yeah, it's not this year.
No.
With the body art, we decided that it's better to just not.
To put that down. Good point.
I think we had some people that were painted up last year or the year
There's
before, and we didn't really. Nobody really said anything, but there was only a couple of them. So, but like last year, we had the guys from Face Off came dressed as each other, which was kind of cool. But yeah, so there's a little bit of everything.
This is this picture is Dr. Terrorize, William Ramsey,
Yeah.
and that's Ed.
So that's what
There
Ed
she
Roberts looks like.
There she is.
Well, her costume was so cool. Her snakes hissed at you.
Yeah.
She had a voice. Yeah, she had a controller in
Oh,
there.
it was so cool.
She did not want to dance, obviously, as you can tell. She wanted to wait because she didn't want to have any of that fall apart before the costume. Because we did it a little differently last year of how we did the judging and stuff. So they had to wait to dance if they were being judged. So.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
And sorry for the miscellaneous racket coming from my area. I'm sitting here trying to clean up my LED lighting for my aunt. So you're getting some clunking and thumping from me.
There's Dawn.
Oh no, she looked like she was just having a ball.
Oh yeah.
This is when she lets her hair down. She is the trade show coordinator. She is there. She is the one person you will see in that trade show floor the entire day. She is running around that thing making sure people have water and food orders and anything you need. She is there to help. So she does a lot of stuff leading up to Saturday night, and then she just lets it all out on Saturday night.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'll be able to run into Ed while I'm there on Saturday.
I'm sure.
Spend a little bit of time talking to him for a couple of
There's
minutes.
a guy there that looks a lot like Ed, so you better make sure you know who you're talking to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you can see there's some makeup. There's the joke. You've got different the saw. We had two saw people. There's Leonard Pickle in the background there. But yeah, people do their own. There's Chris Davis in her witch costume.
Sandy Snyder had a really cool Little Red Riding Hood costume.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Really
find that.
elaborate.
I was hoping Chris or Jeff would have made it in tonight for this chat.
I believe they're meeting with Roman, aren't they?
Yeah.
From the hotel.
Yeah.
There's one of the minions.
They were awesome.
That is Troy from Halloween Hellmouth.
Yeah, he went as
He
Saw
got the
last year.
tricycle and everything. He rode around. He rode around the hotel like that. He rode into the elevators. He rode all around the lobby. He played that part up for quite a while. They got birthday cake, and we've had some amazing ones. I'm trying to find the picture of the people that did the King and Queen.
That's from a couple years ago.
Oh, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, that
Brecky.
was 3 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause
somebody.
that
was
they're I can't think of their names. They're from California. They do costuming. But last year they couldn't get their costumes on the plane. They were going to be Alfred Hitchcock and Tippi Hedren, and I don't know what the costumes were, but for some reason they wouldn't allow them to bring them on the plane. I don't know what the deal was.
Wow.
But.
So yeah, you go from makeup to craziness,
Yeah.
Yeah, Brecky will have to find a babysitter for her kids. Because her and Dutch both go.
Yeah. Well, we've told people, I mean, you know, the hotel's safe enough. You can leave kids up if they're staying in the hotel. They're okay in the room depending on how old the kids are. But because I've got a friend of mine that's coming that they're bringing their daughter and they're gonna leave her in the room, which is fine. I mean, you just go upstairs and check on them if you need to.
Or, you know, if the hotel offers, you know, Nintendo or Game Boy services, you just buy them a night's worth of passes for that, and they'll be happy as a lark all night.
Yeah.
Playing video games while mom and dad are down dancing.
I did not hear that. Is hilarious. He was a riot out in the smoking area last week. Oh my God, he was cracking me up. He was harassing the police. I mean, like, yeah, but like, do I make you uncomfortable? Definitely, obviously, in a joking way, but it was pretty funny. Pretty dang funny.
So yeah, so we've got we've got the costume ball. We've got we don't have. Do we have hearses lined up to come in, or is it just kind of
we're not doing the hearse rally? Yeah, we're not really doing an organized hearse rally this year.
Okay, so ignore that on the schedule or on the website. It says hearse rally, but sometimes, like I think Mike brings his. And we've had like last year. I think we had one or two.
Yeah, there's a few people that just bring them because they have them and they bring them. Yeah, the coffin cruisers they're a little difficult to organize.
Unless it's Halloween time, then they're all about it. They figure out where to go. They have a schedule of where they end up and all that.
Well, that in that area in front of the hotel, we can only fit a few of them, so it's kind of hard to say, you know, who's going to be there, who's not.
And you got to get there at 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning to park the car before everybody else gets there.
Yep.
People like to park their cars there even though they're not supposed to for that long of a time unless it's organized that way. I mean, they just park their cars there randomly. And so, you know, also for next year, people, you know, as kind of an idea for next year, if people are watching that have home haunts, we do have home haunter booths that are much cheaper than the regular booths, but you cannot sell anything at them. So they are just for you to show off your stuff, talk about what you do, you know, have, just basically just kind of a self-esteem boost, you know, and you get to show off everything you have, you know,
Is Witch Creek going to be there again this year?
I don't think so. They're actually, this weekend, they're moving. So I was talked, Becky from Witch Creek told me that they don't even know if they're going to be doing a haunt this year. They were planning on doing a walkthrough for the first time, but that has fallen apart because of the move. So,
I like their stuff. I mean, they brought in some really cool stuff last year.
Oh yeah, and anybody that was there last year that saw that the one booth that was the little walkthrough, the sewer walkthrough, he's going to be there again. He's got a 10 by 20 this year. He's doing an even bigger area, and we have another haunter that's going to be doing a walkthrough booth for his thing. So there's going to be some cool stuff there to see on the show floor. And also, I want to mention too. We don't really advertise it, but any home haunters that are turning pro, if this is your first year, or say next year is your first year as a pro haunter, we will let you have a home haunter booth, you know, have a booth for the home haunter price, because we know that starting a home haunt is a expensive endeavor, and so we help you out with marketing by letting you just have the home haunter price for your booth so that you can let people know who you are and what you're going to be doing.
So yeah, because as a
that's
home
my
haunter,
booth.
It is from years ago.
Yeah.
That was the first year. We need to take some new pictures of our home hunters.
Yeah, I know. That's from.
Well, especially, you know, we could definitely do the photo booth, you know, the photo op that we're doing this year. You know, but you get a table, you get the pipe and drape around it, the booth sign with your haunt name on it, chairs, some power, the wireless internet throughout the whole thing. You get 2 convention passes, so that's a bonus, and you also get 2 tickets to the costume ball. And that's for this year. Sometimes those change throughout the, you know, for each year. We do have, are there only ever 10? Yeah. So there's 10 booths. They are 10 foot by 10 foot. and they definitely can be used to do troubleshooting. You can do, you can do your own, little classes there. You can't charge for them, but if you say, if Ram wants to show people how he makes his little skulls, and he wants to bring a little mini kit to show people how to make them, or Brandy wants to show everybody how to make crazy stuff with the skeletons. I'll leave this PG for tonight, but
I can insert pictures if you want. I've got pictures of her and her skelly, but PG.
Then we'd have
I
to
know.
do Tater too. We'd have to do Tater as well.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, you can do little things like that. I know a couple years ago we tried to do like a home haunter triage area where people would bring a prop to work on. It didn't always work out, but we're all home haunters, we're all there to help if needed. So if somebody wants to bring something that they need help on, there are vendors there that can help you possibly, and there are class givers and speakers, and there are people, just regular home haunters that are walking around. I have gotten some great tips from people sitting in my booth and talking to people, and I'm like, I've never thought of that. So it's an amazing 3 days to literally talk about nothing but your haunts. It's like a 3-day home, 3-day haunters hangout, 3-day, night chats. It's a great time to do everything about home haunting. And then, like Scott said, if you're going to go pro, there's a lot of classes there that are about that too. Leonard Pickle's going to be there. He has some great classes on going pro. A lot of the stuff that the classes give can help you even if you're home or pro. It can go either or, so we do kind of go a little more towards the home haunting. Just because that's kind of Ed's passion, and kind of, he did it because he made the convention because there wasn't one over here, and he wanted to make it for home haunters, and he's a big supporter of home haunters. So it's a great resource.
Also not listed on there if you are a home haunter, or actually even if for the vendors if they needed it, but if you need air, just drop me a line, let me know I'm going to need air for some pneumatics that I'm bringing or whatever, and I will make sure I bring my compressor for everybody.
I'm glad my wife didn't hear you say that, because she suggested me bringing my spider that won the enemy popping off of Dead with Dave. But that thing takes a 10 by 10 space. It fits in a 10 by 10 space. It's huge. It's 8 foot across.
Your whole booth. Yeah.
What you haven't talked about, the prop build off.
Yes, that's what I was going to go to next. So the Canadians, along with their Canadian embassy on the 13th floor and their hijinks and general uncleanliness, awesomeness, they'll be bringing their snow down with them probably as well, because I guess it just snowed where Grant was. It just snowed yesterday, so they can't get out of snow. They just love it up there. But you can bring a $20 prop. That means that it doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy it for $20. Like it says on here, if somebody gave you a $200 bucky for free, that's fine. So just basically make it something that is around 20, not necessarily worth 20, but so you get the free bucky, but you spent $20 on everything to go on it. That's
and
great.
We don't ask for receipts, so it doesn't matter what. Yeah, if you want to enter a prop challenge, if you want to enter a $20 prop challenge with a $500 prop, that's up to you. If you really want to win,
Yes, and so there will be a prize. I don't know if there's I know there is a trophy or something that he gives out for it, and then your prop, you don't get to keep your prop. So whatever you make, don't make it because you're going to need it for your haunt this year, or make 2 of them if in that case. Your prop will go to the silent auction, and it will be sold for whatever it sells for. It could sell for $1,000, and you spent $20 on it. That'd make me feel pretty good.
Not me. I bought 2 of those last year, so and I didn't pay $1,000 for them. But
that's good. We hope they go for $1,000. That would be awesome. But yeah, so if you have a prop that you want to build and bring it, you've only got 11 days left to do it. But bring it to the Canadian Haunters booth, which I believe is number 48 or 43 or 48, I think. He's on the left hand as you're coming into the trade show. You'll take an immediate right and go all the way down to the bottom, and he is down there. You'll see him. There's Canadian flags everywhere. You can't miss it. And you drop it off there. People will judge it. I don't know. He usually picks people there at the convention to judge it, and it will. It's a fun little thing to do. It challenges you to find something for $20. There is a Dollar Tree extremely close by. There's a Mill extremely close by as well, and there's a mall. So you could definitely spend $20 very quickly on, let's say, Friday. Bring the prop in on Saturday before. You have to bring it in before the auction. So Saturday early afternoon, should be the latest. And then it'll go into the auction. So it's fun. It's a cool thing. We did it last year, and it went over very well. There were some very cool props that were brought in.
Yes, there were some very cool props.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll be bringing just a handful of props with me for Saturday's event too. It'll be around.
Donate, and you're gonna donate all of them to the charity. That's awfully nice of you, Ram.
Well, I was gonna actually I had thought about donating the thing I was bringing for you, but I didn't think you needed it. You got so much junk as it is. So.
Somehow that whole thing, I have a feeling that this gift is going to cost me in the end somehow.
It is. It's costing you a T-shirt. Remember?
Oh no, it's gonna be more than that. By the way, I gotta go order those T-shirts. I'll be right back.
Also, speaking of the auction, I've got there will be signed copies of both the How to Haunt Your House series by the Mitchells. I have an autographed set of those, and also a signed copy of Home Haunting for Mere Mortals by Roger Hayes. So those will be on the auction block if anybody is interested. I haven't decided on the Mitchells one if I'm going to auction them off as a set or each individual one. Because I only need book 4, so that way I can bid on book 4 and not have to worry about the others. And then, of course, if I bid on book 4 and somebody wants the whole set, they have to outbid me on that one to get the whole set. So.
Yeah. And the Fright Props, Fright Props catalog that I'm going to have down there, whatever I have left over at the end of my event down there, I'll autograph them real quick, and I'll leave those for the Northwest Haunters Association. So anyone on Sunday can swing by and pick one up.
Well, maybe we'll put one of those in the auction.
I don't know that anybody would buy a catalog from but.
Well, I'd have my autograph.
But it would be autographed. Maybe an autograph copy. That's true.
Yeah,
so it sells for $5. Whoop-de-doo.
It's for charity. It's for
That's right. For charity.
Right. I'm just gonna take a bunch of headshots and sign them, and then you do that.
I'm not going to ask about what type of headshots.
We're going to be taking headshots at you too. So
I'm sure of it. I'm just going to wear a bullseye right here, and we'll call it good.
Don't ask Cater to give you a headshot. You'll be surprised what you get.
You got that right.
After what he did at Transworld this year.
Yeah. So this is our shirt for this year. It has the State of Oregon logo, or the Oregon, the Made in Oregon sign that we have now that just says Portland, Oregon. But it's got the deer on top, so we skeletonized that and added the date, and it's very cool. We did have to give a little nod to Portland on it, so because they're very stingy about their icon. So we got the permission from Portland to do that, and it's an awesome shirt. And that is $18 for the small to extra large and $24 for the 2X to 4X. And they will be available at the show, as well as some previous year's shirts as well, usually. You can also buy the passport. You can buy now, or you can buy it at the registration booth. That's $15.
Another question from YouTube.
Oh, yes, YouTube. People are still watching?
Yes, we've got 3 people watching now. And this one is again from Creepy Stories.
Oh, we like that guy or girl.
If you get a full day. I'm not sure if he's male or female or not. Creepy, you want to answer that one?
Answer!
Yeah. Okay. Creepy. Question is, if you get a full day $30 pass on Sunday, do you get to stay for the film, or is that an event for vendors?
That is a free event, so you just show up.
You just show up, okay. Yeah, and I am keeping an eye. You just posted that 3 minutes ago, so I'm pretty much right on top of it. So.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
nobody's.
pre-show, the meet and creep, and the
Creepy
post-show
Story's a
movie
female,
night.
but you keep calling her a girl. You keep calling him a boy.
Is it a girl?
Let me see. I will refresh and see if him or her has answered.
But yes,
Just
the
kidding.
pre-show meet and creep and the movie night are free events. You just show up.
Yep.
And we were right. It is a he. Creepy Stories
right.
is
Yay.
male.
Hey.
So,
This-
sir, our apologies for any insult.
Got super personal.
I figured the
So,
gong was an easier way of breaking in instead of just cutting Troy off. So,
Yeah, always cut me off, just like they do on Haunters. We have our cool shot glass. We have our cool shot glass. That is $6, and that's at the available for sale at the meet and creep. But you could get a few beforehand. We don't want to sell too many of them before the meet and creep because we want people to buy them there, and then you can use them there for various amounts of adult beverages. Please refill often.
now, I've got a question on the
Uh,
shot glasses. What if you are not going to be there?
Then I would add it to the. I would buy it beforehand, and we will have it waiting for you.
Yep.
Okay.
Or I could just get you one, whatever.
There
Jesus.
you go.
Yeah.
Good Lord, Ray. But
yeah,
I mean,
about
I gotta
about
have
the
something
charity.
to go with my Crown Royale, which I haven't touched yet tonight.
There you go.
Oh, don't touch it. Bring it with you. Don't touch it. I have mine too.
I
I'm
wanna
sure Ed
say-
would love a couple of drunk Connors on the show floor.
Yeah.
I want to say too that again that this is a charity event, and thanks to everybody, we were able to issue over $2,000 in grants this year for the charity. So that was awesome. Thanks to all you guys, because all that money comes from this event. So
Yep.
So it's just awesome that haunters are just out there helping people, whether they know it or not.
And that amount's going to go up too once the silent auction is done. So you'll have even more to be donating this year, other than the 2,000.
That's our plan. That's our plan is to do it twice a year. We'll have one award session just before the show, and then one after the show when the dust settles. That's the plan.
Now, will they be posting that? How much?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. We will let everybody know what they've accomplished by supporting our charity.
Yep. And that includes all the event. Every dollar that goes to it goes to the convention, which is used to primarily do the grants, but also to put on the convention as well, so that we can continue to support the teachers and the professionals, each year. So it's a constant revolving amount of cash that goes through to the grants and goes to the convention, so it can go to the grants and the convention. So it's a good thing to do. So I mean, the haunt tours, the shot glasses, the passports. The thing for the passport, the prize for the passport, I don't want to give it away because it is super awesome. I showed my friend and she was like, I want both, and I was like, yep, you have to buy two. But it is something you will probably use all the time. Same with the haunt tour lunchbox.
And the shot glasses.
Yes, of course. We found out that you can fit 21 mini alcohol bottles in the lunchbox. So, because nobody's going to use it for lunch, we need to use it to carry around alcohol. So, those lunchboxes are very cool, and they will have good sandwiches and chips and stuff in it, and water as well. So everybody who's on the haunt tour gets one, and that will be super awesome. And so the costume ball, the money from that, the silent auction, all that stuff goes to the charity and puts on the awesome event that we all love to go to every year.
Yeah, and if you need help getting that stuff ready, I'm more than willing to help.
No, actually, the place that is doing the sandwiches is providing the stuffing for us. So all we have to do is hand them the lunch and I believe water. So we may do something right beforehand to put the water in there, but I may just leave a stack of water out and we just give it to each person.
Yell at me. I'll help you do whatever.
Yep,
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be very easy and super fun.
And just remember to those getting the lunch boxes, not to throw the lunch boxes away and to hold on to them and keep them in good condition because they may be worth money down the line because it is a limited edition thing.
Right.
They'll be worth money the next day for all the people that didn't go on the tour. Let me tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
We will actually be providing Sharpies for two different reasons at the Haunt Tour. So once you get off the bus, there will be a station at the Haunt Tour in the queue line or whatever, right outside the buses, wherever we put it. But there will be Sharpies for you to take with you. But you can write your name on it and you can leave it out on the table or on the bus, so we know that it's yours. But we prefer you to leave it on the table so that we can give it back to you when you go on the bus. But you also can take the lunchbox with you on the tour, something to clutch while you're being scared. But also you can, when we're going to do a lights off, and then we're going to do a lights on. And you don't have to stay for the lights on. You can go back on the bus. We're going to be loading buses and unloading buses as they come. So if I get a full bus that is ready to go and you've done the lights off tour and you're done, you don't have to stay for the lights on. You can walk out. We'll load you on the bus. As soon as it's full, it goes back to the convention. All the buses will be back to the convention by 11 p.m. Will be unloaded off the buses up to the 13th floor to drink by 11 p.m. But we will also be giving the Sharpies so that you can get autographs from any of the actors, from Ed. Ed Roberts will be there. Another opportunity to get your passport part of the Ed Roberts. He'll be there. Sarah Lemos, who is a main actor for the Nightmare Factory, she will be there. So when the Lights On tour goes, you can walk through and they'll sign it and stuff. There's one of their actors is extremely, I forget his name, the one who last year he was the clown with the cups on his head and everything. What's his name? Scott.
You're asking me? I don't know. I don't work there.
You don't know his name? So he's always there, but you'll notice. Yeah, Liz?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
I wasn't there.
But no, they have some amazing actors that just love doing what they're doing. So you can use the Sharpie for write your name on it, and you can also get autographs on it. And then you can pick up your lunchbox at the end, go back on the bus, and go back to the convention.
Yeah,
So,
and another thing too is if you bring the lunchbox onto the convention floor with you, you could have people signing it there. You know, just like we used to do in high school with our yearbook, you used to have everyone sign it. Do the same thing on the convention floor. You can get Taters, you can get Scott's, mine, Troy's. You know, throughout the weekend, you know, interesting people that you want to sign it, just have them sign it.
So
And
I
then
would
you
bring
have
your
a
own
memory
Sharpie
thing.
for that. I'd bring your own Sharpie for the trade show, but we will provide a Sharpie for the Haunt Tour part of it, and then we'll have a thing for you to put it back in after that. But yeah, bring a Sharpie or two, and that'll be a cool little yearbook thing.
In case there's another butt signing.
What? What?
In case there's another butt signing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was the alluding to Tater at Trans World. You'd have to ask him.
Just make sure the Sharpies are extremely sharp.
Yeah.
And slightly rusty this time. Let's make him
Well,
feel
yeah,
it for a month.
Red. I heard the red stays longer. The
Yeah.
black washes off a little quicker. So.
Unless you get a pen with Indian ink, then I'll stay there for a couple of months.
Tattooing.
Corey was here. Oh. An Indian
So,
ink.
do you have any? Are there any more questions on the YouTube page, there, Ram?
No, nothing on YouTube. Creepy, do you have anything that you would like to ask, or any of the other two people watching? If you have any questions or anything, hit them up on YouTube.
I'm looking on the thing. No, I don't see. I know there's other people watching. I know. I think Becky and Brian and Bruce have been watching on and off. Maybe those are the three that are watching. Maybe Brian is Creepy Kid or Creepy whatever his name was.
Creepy Stories.
Creepy Stories. Maybe that's Brian. Maybe. So we have. So I think if we don't have any other questions or does anybody else on here have any questions or Brandy's sobering up?
I know it's not related to this year, but my wife and I, depending on how the show goes this year, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, we will be buying a 10 by 20 booth for next year's convention.
Yay.
And we'll be selling some stuff, and I will have a ton of my major props with me to decorate the booth space. My fireplace included, and my animated ship's wheel will be part of the display.
Nice.
So, but that's next year's, Chad, if we do this again. And by the looks of it, on YouTube...
Because I didn't do the app quick enough to do it after you said you were going to get a booth next year. Delayed applause.
No. Oh, Creepy Story says,
Indeed.
Well, that's good. I'm glad, you know, we got at least a couple people to log in. We got some info out there, and
yep.
It's gonna be a good
And we'll post this. We'll, you know, obviously it'll go back up, and I'll pin it to our page so people can come in and look at it as they want. Sundays aren't always the best time for people to be on, you know, not doing anything. A lot of people have been busy all this weekend, so I know it's been nice around here, so everybody's been outside doing stuff. So
Nice.
I do have a question. Do you, as far as our Northwest Haunters Association Club on Facebook, I know you and I, Troy, and I think Scott too, we've talked about maybe doing video chats one day a week or something after the convention, you know, to just talk, visit, socialize, and everything else. Do you want to plug that at all yet, or do you want to wait after the convention?
I know I didn't want to do it every week just because I don't think that we have that much to talk about. Maybe closer to Halloween, maybe in like early September, we do a couple of weeks in a row to get people, you know, if they want to talk about stuff, get some ideas, you know, just have, you know, if people need some quick help on something or, you know, something like that. But, you know, every couple of weeks we want to do something that would involve, you know, having somebody on that we can talk to and, you know, chat about, have it be structured, you know, of a certain topic every week, you know, or every other week. So that's something we want to talk about at the round table on Saturday from 1 to 2. You know, if people think that's a good idea, if they'd be interested in it, you know, and we can do it like this. We can just do the live, you know, the live version, and then people can ask comments and questions, and, you know, just mirror the other people who do Google Hangout web shows. You know, so it's something we're definitely thinking about doing. We'll see if we sign on and nobody's here and nobody wants to, you know, nobody does it, or, you know, then we'll just say, well, if anybody wants to chat, here's the link, and we'll be on for a couple hours and come in and we'll chat about whatever we want. So
okay, I do know right now on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights I've been doing a Google Hangout. It's not a live show, and it's just kind of like tonight, except it's not being broadcast. You can jump in and visit, and it's basically a BS session is what it is, Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesdays we do get semi-technical. We get people ask prop questions every so often on Wednesday nights. If Troy's going to be on, I'll bug him, and since he's admin, or Scott, and have them post a link over on our Facebook page. And if anyone wants to jump in and join us on Wednesday nights, you are more than welcome. The more the merrier.
Yep.
I want to meet as many of you in our area as we've got, because I don't know too many home hunters yet. So,
yeah,
but would love to have everyone.
You will in about 12 days. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know a lot.
Yeah.
You'll know ones that you didn't even know existed. That's how I found. I mean, you know, me and Scott were on an email list before, and that's kind of, you know, to me that was all I knew about. And then I started going to the convention, and I was like, oh, there's so many of you. And then I started doing Haunters Hangout and these chats, and that's where I met Brandy. I didn't know Brandy, but you know, got to talk to Tater a lot more and talk to Ram, and you know, there's a lot more home haunters out there than you think. They're not always reachable by the way that you used to, or you aren't accustomed to yet. So it's
I always find it. I always I don't know. I'm not even sure how I feel about it, but it's always amazing when I meet people that, you know, I start talking to them and they're like, oh yeah, I do a haunted house, whatever, and I didn't know there were other people that did this. I didn't know there was, and I'm like, have you not heard of the internet? I mean, you know, how could you not know that there's, you know, other people out there? And you know, it's just, I mean, it's great, it's cool, you know, you find these people and they're like, wow, introduced me to a whole new world of people that do the same thing I do. And
It was like that originally before the Hangouts. We did a little chat called SOP, Shadow of Palms Video Chat. That's where we got started. I think it was back in 2010. And those of us that did that chat, we knew each other from our YouTube videos. We were commenting back and forth. And one of the guys said, hey, would you guys be interested in a video chat? And we were actually doing like 4 or 5 different video chats a week there the first couple of years. Each one had a different subject and it was moderated. And, then we swapped over to Hunter's Hangout. And it's so neat, because not all of us can travel to all these conventions and stuff, Transworld, West Coast, what have you. But you can get on every week and make good, strong connections, family and friends, just by video chatting and getting to know everybody. And it's so addictive.
Speaking of, I want to give a shout out to Bruce Haney, who's been watching us this whole time as Creepy Stories. So he just
Bruce!
Yeah.
The funny part is, I could go outside my house, and if I yell extremely loud, Bruce might be able to hear me. So we don't live too far away from each other. He visited my haunt all 3 nights last year. So yes, big shout out to Bruce and Caroline.
Okay. And Bruce, make sure you swing by Boot Space 43 when I'm doing my event. Me and you can get together and we'll plan something for Troy.
Actually,
we'll get on the convention floor.
The West Coast Hunters Convention have announced that the trade show floor will now close at noon on Saturday and not reopen until Sunday morning. So just a little tidbit. Just came over the wire, I swear. I don't want to be bearer of bad news, but
yeah. We got to figure out some way of getting Troy real good because he's been so helpful to all of us.
Yeah. Thanks for the payment.
Off topic. Ashley, you're a lovely lady. Did you get a chance to watch the video I posted on the skeleton and the rub-on great
With
stuff?
what we were doing this weekend? No, we have not. This is like the first time that I've been on the internet probably for longer than a few minutes. I know I was on chat last night for a few minutes. I really haven't been, neither of us. My wife's been taking care of the kids and helping with the tent trailer. So, no, she has not yet. But she has a lot of downtime at work, so okay. I will point her to that direction on Monday and have her look at it. So I tagged her in it as well.
Respond to it with her name. She didn't leave a comment. She just typed in her name as a comment to the post.
I did that so that she would see it when she signs on next time. She'll see it on her notification. So I did that on purpose.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, that was me. She was still signed into her thing, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't think she's seen this yet." So I'll type it because by the time she gets on Monday, it'll be way down the page. So I was like, I bumped it up for her. So, but I'll point her to it.
And I don't think I mentioned in that video, if she's going to try that technique, you definitely have to have the gloves on.
Yeah.
Wear a long sleeve shirt. You don't mind getting ruined.
Oh, she has.
I guarantee you, while you're rubbing that stuff on, you're going to get it on your arms, in your elbows, and it's a pain in the backside trying to get it off.
I told her, I said, before you open this can, you make sure you're not wearing anything you want to wear. And sure as crap, she was filling that foam head, and she goes, well, that's a pair of jeans ruined. And I told her not to wear nice clothes.
Yep.
Monster mud and great stuff. Don't wear good clothes.
Coming off. No.
Gorilla glue could be added to that list too.
Yeah.
What glue could be added to it too? You can't get that off your clothes either.
Yeah.
And paper mache.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So if you're
paper mache isn't that bad. That's what all my little skulls are made out of, is paper or clay.
If you're using wood glue in the paper mache, it won't come out of your clothes.
So basically, the gist of it is that if you're a haunter, don't wear nice clothes.
Yeah. I never do. Almost all my shirts I use for haunting have a band of paint, right across the belly, because I'm always leaning over. So I got, multicolored stripes going this way across my belly. Now,
haunt shirts are approved and should be worn while making props.
Yeah.
I've ruined Diablos and Goth Gloom shirts so far. I can't wear them anymore. They're just caked with stuff. I don't wear haunt shirts out there. Those are for special occasions.
Special occasions. He's gone through so many that it's special occasion shirts now.
I don't have many of them, so I cherish them.
Right, well, you're getting one.
I'm not like Diablo. He has 2 closets full of them.
He has a lot.
Yeah. He's up to 90 plus now, I think, on haunt shirts. He said the other night.
We need to find a medical supply company that'll sell like scrubs to, like the cheap paper surgical scrubs to haunters, and you just, have like a whole box of them sitting up in your garage. You just grab, the next set and throw them on, and
disposable.
Yeah.
Now, I do not have a haunt shirt, but if anyone wants to trade for haunt shirts, I'll trade my little skulls for haunt shirts. If anyone's interested, because I'd like to get a good collection going myself.
Well, then you better bring some, because some people do have their haunt shirts there, or they'll at least say, hey, if you give it to me, then I'll send you a shirt, Haunters Honor again. So
that's what I'll do with the skulls too.
Yeah.
If you want to do it, I'll give you my address and we can trade that way via mail.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
I would love to collect some more shirts. I take an extra large, by the way.
So what he really
and what booth are you going to be at?
Booth Space 43, Saturday, May 16th from 12 to 4:30.
He actually will take a small shirt though as well. So.
Yeah.
And he has to wear that during the convention.
Oh, I'm going to pull a tater. I'll go shirtless and I'll just go hit Dutch and have him do some body art on me.
There you go. Yeah.
Like I said, the trade show floor closes at noon on Saturday, everyone.
The wife just said, oh, God, please don't.
We have Ram's wife's approval to close the trade show floor at noon.
Yeah. And for any of those planning on coming to the trade show on Saturday while we're there, Troy's wife's going to be there. My wife's going to be there. Scott's wife's going to be there. If you want to hear how we really are, you can talk to our wives.
No, don't talk to our wives. Don't talk to our wives. Our wives are off limits.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I think we can at least close the live broadcast. So thank you for all those people who watched, and we will probably do this a little more after the convention. We'll talk to everybody and see what everybody wants and what we want to do for this Northwest Haunters Association, which is still in its infancy, but it's growing rapidly, and I think we're going to have a great time as a group. I think we're going to do some fun stuff, and we got a lot of fun ideas that we want to throw out to people, and we want everybody's input. So if you ever have any questions or comments or ideas about the association, things you would love to see, things you would hate to see, if you don't want to see me anymore on there, then let me know. I'm not going to mind you, and I'm completely ignore you, but I will take your advice and throw it in the garbage can. But other than that, we accept all forms of money and jewels and other things as well. But you can always post them on our page, and that page is for everybody. You can always post your props, your ideas, your vlogs, anything that's related to haunting that is in the Northwest, and you're part of our group. Post them on up. We probably get about 15 to 20 of us that post on there pretty regularly, but we'd love to see all 179 of you or whatever there are now. I know that's not entirely possible, but I know there's a lot of people just watching and hanging out and looking at stuff. So. But we're always, one of us is always up. we're haunters, so we're up late. But we always check the pages and look and hang out on there, and so anything you ever want to see or know about, just let us know and we'll address it and go from there. So it's all about all of us. So it's our group.
Much to my husband's chagrin.
Well, yeah. Oh well.
You guys sell the Haunters Hangout horror calendar?
Creepy stories.
Oh,
Another comment. A comment. You mentioned that he came down through your haunt a couple of times this last year. He comments it was a great haunt.
Oh. I paid good money for that.
Now you do know that when you're done doing the live broadcast, you can turn it off so it's not a live broadcast, and we can stay in chat like we do after Haunters Hangout, right?
Oh, no, I want to completely cut you off from there and just go, bye-bye. No. Yes,
close the link.
Yes,
okay.
That's right.
I just figured this is your first time. You got to through it,
Yeah, you do have to hand walk me through it. That's why I'm playing with all the things. All right. Well, we will see all of you again, and I will post this video up on the Northwest page for a while. It'll be pinned up on the top. And I already changed the banner for this month. I will feature another haunter up there on June 1st. We'll change it. And if you have a haunt picture that you want to show or a prop or something like that, put it in. There's a folder in the photo tab that is for haunt photos or something like that. Put it in there, and then I can grab it from there and put it up on the banner, and we can we just pick them at random and put them up there, and there's no money involved that people pay me to put their stuff up there, but so I just want to feature everybody's stuff and give everybody a nice chance to show off what they do, and especially.
Also on that note, the haunt logos, there's a folder for those too. If you have a logo for your haunt, be sure to post it there. I don't know if everybody saw that, but I've printed out all of the haunt logos that we have for the people in this group and framed them, and we are going to have a photo op at the Northwest Haunters Association booth, which will be a wall with a fireplace, and it'll just look like a creepy haunted house wall. And there will be 2 frames that are hollowed out so people can stick their own heads in to take the picture. That's the photo op thing. But then the other frames on the wall will be everybody else's haunt logos. So as people take these photos at the photo op, they'll have photos of everybody's haunt logos. And I think we're going to end up with a lot more than we can fit on the wall, so we're going to probably just rotate them in and out every so often as somebody walks by and goes, hey, I think I'll just change out a couple of haunt logos. Or if you happen to be at the show and you see that yours isn't up there, you can probably just go and check the stack of photos that are sitting on the under the table and just put yours up, And
yes,
so,
definitely.
And while I'm at the show on Saturday, if anybody comes by and doesn't have someone to click their camera for them and they want their picture taken, let me know. I will gladly use your camera to take your picture on the wall while I'm there.
Yep.
Be more than happy to do that.
I'll do the same as well. Any of us from, if you just, if anybody's sitting there, we're not going to have a camera situated there because we don't want to distribute the pictures for you or anything. So we'll just have, I'm sure all of us have cameras with us. So if you don't have a camera and still want it, then we'll take the picture and just give us your email address and we'll email it or we'll post them. Probably what we'll do is if we take any pictures at the wall, we'll put them up on our Northwest page as well. So you may see it up there and be like, oh, hey, So
and for those of you that are planning to do the passport, there is a stamp section for posting to Instagram or posting on Facebook. So that's a perfect opportunity to take a photo and put it on Instagram, and then you get a stamp, and there you go.
Tag the Northwest Haunt or tag the West Coast Haunters Convention, and you're good to go. Yeah.
2 comments for you.
Oh,
Dana Young says to say thank you for hosting the talk. And Bruce, creepy stories, 2 hotel keychains? I have no idea what he means by that.
Does he have 2 hotel? Because I only have 2 left.
Yeah.
So one of them goes to one of my haunters, one of my actors. They did not get one somehow. So I only have 1 left, other than the ones that are my own. Those I got 50 of them, and they are all gone. I sent some. They're in Canada. I have a couple. Stephen Austin from Haunting Grounds. He has one in upstate New York.
I have one.
He's got one. The Davises have one. Melissa Broberg from wherever she lives. I forget where she lives, but she has one. I had my 1,000 subscriber thing on Facebook, and I sent them shirts and the keychains. So, but no, I assume he means that. I'll probably talk to him offline, but I assume that he means that maybe he has 2 of them. But
yeah,
if he doesn't, I only have 1 left.
If he does, then you tell him you want 1 back, says you need to give him.
Yeah, I need another one.
And I'm glad Dana Young tuned in for this too. I'm glad to know that you have fun with it. So.
And now somebody else was logged off, so now there went Dana. So
we still got 3 people watching here.
Oh, it says 2 now. Oh, okay. Down here on my thing it says 2. So.
Oh yeah, now it is down to 2. I refreshed again. Sorry.
We hit a high of 3, so that's good.
Woohoo!
Yep, we'll post it on. We'll pin it up to the top, and people can watch it at their leisure.
And creepy stories on the keychain thing. He says, I have two. That's what he paid for the good comment.
Nice. Good.
Good
All
going,
right.
Bruce. I got to
Okay.
meet Bruce. I really want to meet Bruce now. He's got my
Bruce is
curiosity piqued.
Yes, Bruce is very fun. So is Carolyn. They're both fun people. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night to everybody, and we'll talk to you again.
Yeah.
All righty, cool.
Sleep well, all.
All right, talk to you all later.
Uh,